Okay, no.
All right.
I won't make this joke.
See, okay.
All right, so let's take a look at.
Farfadhi
can I play it here?
Farfadhi is #1 fan of this series. It is not a bluff.
So,
He did
Really?
record every single episode on his computer, and his team, and they are the world champion of Project Cyber right now,
Wow.
and they are called the Demonic Blackbirds.
Demonic blackbirds.
Do you know what
Wow.
it means in French?
Demonic blackbirds.
Yeah.
Des oiseaux noirs.
Male démoniaque.
Yeah. Merle démoniaque. Blackbird is Merle.
Yeah.
Holy.
And they are the current world champion after this. So.
Okay.
I'm just saying, there are fans. It
So
exists.
you really want to show that?
Oh yeah.
Si
Yeah.
mon chien avait sa gueule, moi je lui raserais le cul, je le ferais marcher à reculons. Oh my god, oh fuck.
Mais okay.
All right,
ça,
which episode? Yeah.
this sentence, I mean, okay. So guys, it's not in English. Sorry in advance for the.
I don't think
speaking
it's
person.
translatable.
Attends, is it
But-
translatable if my dog had his face, I would shave his ass and make him walk backward?
Yeah. But so this comes from this man,
And you said it.
right? No. I said it because he wrote it, right? No, let not.
Such a
And
professional
also-
actor, don't question.
But the
his
thing is,
charisma.
he was
Okay.
extremely cool at saying it.
Yeah. He did deliver the line very
I
well,
was
though.
well directed. You were my director,
Yes,
right?
it was funny though.
Yes, you were.
Alright, so I will pee during this time.
All right, so episode 1.
And when we come back, we make
Or episode
Project Cyberscope.
All right.
Enjoy.
It's in French, though. Good luck.
Bon, je récapitule. On se fait le coup de la pute qui tousse. C'est simplissime. Jane, tu balances une capsule de chloroforme dans l'huile bouillante, ça prend feu et tout le monde s'endort. Ok? Nous, on aura besoin des pistolets. Et toi, Roger, tu prends une grande respiration et tu cours le plus vite que tu peux derrière le comptoir. Tu ramasses tout ce qu'il y a. C'est compris, Roger?
Ouais! J'ai déjà commencé à respirer vite. J'ai mal à la tête, je sais pas si on va tenir longtemps.
Ça va, mon coco, là, tu prends ça trop à cœur, là. Si tu veux aller loin dans le crime organisé, il faut ménager ta santé, mon Roger.
Ok, mais pourquoi ça s'appelle la pute qui tousse?
Quoi?
Like, y'a pas de pute dans ton plan.
Alors-
C'est quoi le rapport?
C'est parce que c'est le nom du plan, là, c'est la pute qui tousse, c'est correct, ça?
C'est cave en hostie.
Tu vas pas commencer.
En tant que pute, là, je te
Ah.
le dis, on n'aime pas ça. You
Jane,
know, c'est toujours like pute ci, pute ça,
Ouais, mais-
sale pute,
Arrête,
vieille
ça
pute,
va.
fils de pute, mère de
Arrête.
pute, père de pute,
Eh,
grand-père de pute.
arrête! C'est bon, tu vas pas nous faire ton arbre généalogique.
Non, mais. Oui, mais.
Quoi?
Et c'est vrai, dans le fond, que. Pute qui tousse, ça n'a pas rapport. S'il n'y a pas de pute.
Mais là-
En tout cas, il me semble.
Oui, ça va. Non, mais c'est quand même plus marketing que le restaurateur qui tousse. Ok? Puis de toute façon, il n'y a personne qui tousse dans ce plan.
En tout cas, fais ce que tu veux, là. Ça me dérange pas. Mais on appelle ça le restaurateur qui dort ou je crisse mon camp.
Le restaurateur qui... Mais c'est laid. Là, ma petite Jane, tu joues vraiment en dehors de ta ligue, ok? La terminologie, c'est important. On change pas le nom des choses comme ça. Ça prend des années à s'établir, ok? Après, on a l'air d'amateurs. Imagine, on dit au merle démoniaque qu'on a fait le coup du restaurateur qui dort. Il se marre, les gars. Ok? Alors, va donc t'occuper de ton bébé qui nous les brise depuis 2 heures.
Fuck off.
Ça va.
Oh, OK, là, faudrait s'occuper de Roger. Faudrait peut-être penser à y aller parce qu'il va tomber sans connaissance.
Essaye de lui réduire sa respiration, là, prends ça.
Ok.
Vas-y.
OK. OK. Comme ça. Tiens, Roger. Roger. Non. Roger. Ça fonctionnera pas. Sérieux,
Roger,
ça fonctionne pas.
Va, sors dehors. Va courir autour de la voiture, là. Ça va te faire du bien. Va prendre l'air.
Je vais crisser sacrément. Oui.
Bon, Mathieu, t'as tout le matos que je t'avais demandé?
Hein?
Tu as tout le matos que je t'ai demandé?
Oh! Oui! Oui! Check ça! Hein?
Quoi?
Des vrais, on dirait, hein?
Mais non, on dirait pas des vrais, c'est des pistolets à eau. Ça a l'air de pistolets à eau.
Non, mais check ça! Mais ça, regarde ça!
Mathieu.
Avec ça!
Quoi?
On va les peinturer, les
Avec
pistolets!
la peinture, mais ça va prendre combien de temps à sécher de la peinture? On va mettre nos empreintes partout. Là.
OK.
encore?
Et puis ça! T'en dis quoi? Hein? Un gant avec des gants. Ça, là, pas d'empreinte, des gants.
Ok, c'est pas faux.
Des gants. Puis en plus, là, laisse-moi finir, j'ai pas fini. Puis ce qu'il y a d'intéressant avec les fusils aussi, j'ai vu ça sur les internets, là. Hein? On va tirer avec, dans l'huile, pour augmenter le feu.
Mais non, on va pas tirer avec dans l'huile.
Tu comprends pas?
Mais tout le
On
monde,
va... Le feu
mais tout le monde
augmenter
va
avec-
voir que ce sont des faux.
Non! Je comprends. Tire avec dans l'huile.
Non, stop. Non, t'as pas compris, c'est toi qui es débile, ok? Tu sors maintenant, tu sors. Je veux plus te voir. T'es plus un roi de la magouille. Allez, sors. Va-t'en. T'es encore là? Dégage.
Putain, mais pauvre ce petit Morver. Il rapporterait son père. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Quoi? Il se passe qu'on annule. On annule. Moi, j'arrête là, j'abandonne. On n'y arrivera pas avec 2 pistolets à eau et 3 têtes de con.
So I think that there was not better masterpiece since Hitchcock and Stanley Kubrick, right? Right.
Yeah.
I think we redefined a bit.
I think
the
it's
cinema.
even with Citizen Kane. Probably.
Really? The best thing since Citizen Kane?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's definitely better than
It's
Inception.
funny because I felt like we were doing like random stuff.
No, but it's
And we had no scope.
we know you're right.
Definitely.
We had no scope, but it was epic. Seriously, for me, it's an experience I will never regret. And
Okay, I will tell it. Oh fuck! It's a bit like politically incorrect to say so, but
Well,
so Jean is a game designer, and now a creative director, whatever. But definitely, he never like did anything in terms of actorship. Is that a word?
I'm not
Just-
sure,
just
but I
acting.
think people
Just in
understand
terms of acting.
acting.
Yeah.
So you mean I never acted?
As opposed to all the other people in this series. And yet he was like the best guy. So how do you explain that?
Because I had the easiest.
You were the oldest one.
No, but the easiest role. It's easy to scream at people. I mean,
Although
You
I've
say,
never seen
you
you
say
scream
that
at
as a
anyone.
French guy
No,
or as
but
a
that's-
creative director?
to me, this was interesting as an experience because yes, I had to scream. I had to, when actually I never do it in life.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of emotion, it's really pretty straightforward.
No, it's not that. You felt what you were saying. It was. No, but seriously.
I felt. Yeah. No, it was.
No,
I don't
at
know.
least it looked felt.
How did you prepare to such a complicated
You
role?
know, no, but seriously, I took it really as an exercise. I was really telling myself, you know, it's a role. It's not me, and let's jump into it and let's, you know, explode, and that's fine. And so I forced myself, and you made me repeat, right? A lot. Remember in that
did
park?
what?
You made me.
That was a trap.
Okay, so yes, Simularvo, but you made me practice, right?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, especially for this episode.
Yes, that was the first one, and I was actually not used to scream, an order. So anyway, yeah, good memories, and we did others. So if you look,
There are 4 episodes
four
and
episodes.
one episode that was never released that I've
Never.
shown to certain people.
ever.
Oh,
Which-
did Farfadi see it?
I showed it to Farfazi when he kicked Mathieu's ass in last game.
That was his reward?
Yeah. Cool. It was his reward.
Okay.
And I honestly, seeing it, I understood why it was not a good idea to release it.
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Even for you.
Alright, so
Project Cyber.
Project Cyber, scope.
Project Cyber.
Yeah.
Scope. Let's
So-
try it. So, honestly, guys, I know what you're doing. I know the way you're doing it, but I know nothing about the content.
Okay.
Do you want us to take a
So-
look at the game before? Just a little bit? What
So-
it's at right now?
I'm more than happy to play the.
Did we update
Candid
the
guy.
version?
No, we didn't.
We did not push the
No.
latest build. Okay.
Oh, by the way, we're doing since we're doing this masterclass today, we're going to do playtests tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern time.
PM.
Yeah, so we're going to push out a build by then. And, yeah.
No, but we never know.
It's
I could do something at 3
it's
a.m.
called-
I would still be
I think
alive.
Simon's trying to do a callback to last night's joke about the illegal Asian midnight shift.
Yeah, but normally I told you to stop speaking about it.
Ugh. Yeah, too late.
As a full disclaimer, Phil
So
is
I was
Asian,
so Phil is Chinese,
Yeah, I can do those jokes and I can make stupid accents.
so he can't do racist joke on Chinese because he's Chinese.
oh, you want work, Mr. Simon? Okay.
Okay, that was mailed.
All right.
Okay, so.
So
But just tell me a few things, and then I'll try to.
okay, no. Before we go into
Yes.
it, you have to see this is a pub. So just wait until it finish. This is our Twitch. So what we will see.
Yeah, okay, I see us.
So
here.
this is us. So people when they
Within
join
your
this game, they see us twitching, and also it's in the stadium. So when you join the game, and
Yes.
fair play, create game. Okay, so as moment,
So, there we are.
This is awesome.
In the
so
game.
play, create game.
This is totally awesome. I
Well,
mean,
it's laggy,
but I told you, your next game,
Attends.
your next game should be about game development, with you inside the studio for real, and have the actual have the consumers, have the client, the user,
So
the players ask you to do things. So the game is you are the Muppets, and the audience tells you what to do.
I'm not sure.
It's easy.
Well,
We're just
it's-
at one click from it.
Okay,
we're
how
about
can
2
we
weeks.
see? How can we see the camera of us on this in the stadium?
It's been removed.
It's been removed.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It disappeared.
Well, is there an option for that?
Is that
We do
true?
have new options.
Is that true? Is that something you don't know
Keyboard,
about?
music,
Okay.
option 2. Nope. Ah, too
Oh
bad.
yeah. Go back to the option menu. So
This is a very young game. It is like we started this one truly like in the second or third week of January.
Okay,
So we are kind of just getting started.
2 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know that in the video game like life, it's very short, right?
Yes.
Like Tiny Brains when we released it was 14 months old. So
alright.
okay, what?
So just tell me about the game a little bit so I can understand it, and then what I'll try is to represent what I understood, right, on
Okay.
the whiteboard behind us.
Okay, but I think you should go in the editor though, because otherwise you cannot swap characters.
So just tell me about the game. What is it about? What type of game?
So it's a 3 versus 3 competitive game. So it's team based and it's physics based as well. Let me close or minimize this.
You minimized.
Is it the right editor or am I opening Tiny Branch?
I think it's the right one.
Never totally sure. So it's champion or hero base, so you have multiple selection of different characters, each with unique abilities. Right now they have like 2 basic powers, 1 ultimate and 1 movement ability.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, so there's 4 ability per character.
Mhm.
On the left click,
You have a list of characters so far?
we have 3 characters.
So in a team, you can't have twice the same character?
Right now, you can have every combination you want, and we're still thinking if it's a good idea or not. But
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
We've had
currently,
yeah.
you have 3 characters.
Yeah. But the
Right.
goal
so
is to have more.
they are called, the way we call them right now is the negotiator,
Okay.
the punk. Oh no, he has another name, but I cannot
It's
remember.
Vex Wrecker.
And
Negotiator, Punk,
and the vengeful star.
the what?
Vengeful star.
Vengeful.
Honestly, I call him the girl.
The star.
You call
Okay.
him the girl? That's
You
nice.
call her the girl. Okay, and so you tell me that they have
So-
4 powers.
Yeah. So each one of them right now on the left click of the mouse
Yes.
have something we call the deviator. So it's just something that pushes the ball.
So the left it's common?
Yeah, everyone has an ability to push the ball.
Okay, this is the left click.
Right.
And the right
and we
click.
call it the deviator because it's a force field.
Okay,
It's not like a punch, it's a force field. So when you maintain it, it pushes the ball over time.
okay. And the right click is specific to each character.
Yeah.
See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, are you a designer or something?
So the left button of the mouse is the
Deviator.
deviator.
It's a force field.
Deviator force field.
Yeah.
And the right button is for the negotiator.
So the
It's,
negotiator has a. Okay, we call it the blocker, but I'm not sure it's the right way to call it. So see, he
If
has
you're
a,
calling
yeah.
the blocker, then it's the blocker.
So this is this thing. It's a wall
Yeah.
that if the balls come to it, it mirrors it with amplified strength. With amplified strength.
Okay, let's say so. Blocker.
You understand what it means? It's kind of a mirror, but like if you receive a shoot,
Yes.
it bounces it with more strength.
Yeah. Like a pool band.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
bounces
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
But like with amplified strength,
Amplified stuff.
which
So-
does not exist in real life.
Okay, I got it. So let's say it's the blocker, and we represent it like a little wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for the punk, what is the right?
The strike.
The strike.
So he make a
Oops.
super powerful punch in a super precise direction.
Okay. So do you have a visual to represent that?
It's
power?
he has a huge gun, so he is this guy.
This guy. So he does a force push. Where's the
So you
ball?
see, he is this guy with this huge gun, so he kind of shoots with it.
Okay, so it's a big gun,
Where is-
something like that.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the vengeful star has a projectile.
Projectile.
Yeah.
So she's not as powerful as the strike, but she can shoot from far.
But so what's the
It's a
difference?
star.
What's the
Yeah.
difference between strike and projectile?
Short range, super powerful,
Ah,
super
okay,
precise.
okay. Short range.
Yeah. And the other is long
So-
range.
The other is long range.
Yeah.
Long range, less powerful,
And
and also more expensive.
really?
There's a price.
Yeah, there's an energy bar also
See,
on
there's
each
an-
character.
And
Here it is.
the projectile, is it kind of an arrow or something?
It's a star.
It's a star.
Yeah.
So let's represent a star. Okay, so you have your 3 characters. People will never see that on the screen. Do you see it?
We can move the board closer, I guess.
Yeah, we can, but if I do that, then I will splash
Suspicion.
I don't like being
Holy.
That looks dangerous.
That's good. That's good. That's perfect.
Okay, good enough.
That's good?
Yeah. Perfect.
So yeah, here 3 characters, just 3 silhouettes. The negotiator, the punk, the vengeful star,
Yeah.
the girl. With the left click, so it's the common thing, deviator, which is a force field. And for the negotiator, the right click will do the blocker. So bounce the ball with amplifying the speed,
Mm-hmm.
right? So bounce ball. Then for the punk, we have the strike, which is kind of a gun. It's short range and really powerful. And for the vengeful star, we have the projectile, which is a star that goes long range but less powerful. And I didn't get this expensive stuff you were saying.
So do you have a mana bar? Fuel. We call it fuel.
Or energy.
So each
or
of them.
whatever. Yeah. So as you can see, each time you do something, it consumes from that energy.
So for instance, the
replens.
first field you have to maintain it for it to be active, but it kind of empties the ball over the bar over time.
That's the cooldown.
It's
It's
not that
no, it's a
No,
mana
no.
bar, so it's a resource gauge.
Okay.
that's renewable.
Yeah, but the three of them have the same,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yeah. But so each ability has a different cost in terms of energy.
So
Okay.
fixed cost or cost over time, depending is if it's a power you maintain or a one shot deal.
So mana bar.
Yeah.
Right. So it's resources, and when you use your specific power,
We should. It's funny because like the amount of people were just 17 during the Roi de la Magouille, and then it came back to 24.
I wonder why.
Anyway, so
so we are what? We are 28 people in the room basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
24
pretty
plus
much.
4.
yeah. It's not too bad.
Nice
right?
to be with you, 24.
Oh, Career Siraz says the game needs a lightsaber. I totally agree
It
with
will
that.
happen. We all
Yeah.
are in love with lightsabers.
Yeah, we don't know how and
we
why.
We can't call it a lightsaber. We don't want to get super.
Yeah.
No, but a power sword.
Yeah, energy blade,
like
whatever.
like a light shaft sword.
That sounds
Live
weird.
shaft? Is that what you're going with?
Like a shaft. I want to use shaft.
I use
So-
my shaft every day.
So I guess do you have visuals of your characters?
Yes.
Do you have
Yeah.
them printed out
Sure.
somewhere?
Show him the character select.
But I saw them walking towards us.
No, but they were small, so you can.
But no, okay. My question is, do you have them printed out?
No, but we can print them.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Possible.
Kisha? Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Everyone's
we're out
down.
of artists at the
We're
moment.
What?
alone.
It's not even 9 on a Friday, and
We're alone.
Oh, that.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
it's-
no,
I
no.
know. Oh yeah, it's already.
Somehow it doesn't work. Okay.
okay, so we don't have printed.
Okay, hold on.
I will print them.
Do you want to?
Yes, yes, yes.
It would be nice.
Yeah, do it.
Can you go
So-
to the printer place?
I move, okay?
We'll print them in black and white.
No problem.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
We're in
So
family,
I'll.
right?
Oh, not
We're just having fun.
absolutely.
Not me!
So, what else? We have the 3 characters.
So each of them also has a ultimate ability.
Okay, so that's their regular ability.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is like their bread and butter.
Yes.
And then they have something more rare that causes another type of energy that happens more rarely in the game, but is much more powerful, which we call their ultimate ability.
The ultimate ability.
Yeah. So for example, the blocker,
And how do you unleash this ultimate?
you press the middle mouse button currently.
Middle mouse button.
This thing here,
The wheel.
the wheel. Yeah.
Okay, so the wheel button. So okay, maybe
here are
I
the
could
characters.
represent it with black. So here, with the wheel brings the ultimate ability, which is for the negotiator.
The bouncer, which is basically he clicks anywhere on the field and it creates for a few seconds a cylindrical object that would block the ball and opponents and bounce the ball if it hits
Block the ball
it. Okay.
and
I think the simplest way is to show you. So give me a sec and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So let's go in God mode. Okay, now infinite fuel. So basically I click somewhere and I make this obstacle appear. And so for example I put it here and what happens is that it actually blocks the ball or bounce it.
okay.
So that's his power. He can do that
Okay,
like
so
infinitely,
that's this kind
infinite
of
range.
things I saw like that,
Yeah, exactly.
right? The cylinder.
Yep.
Okay, for the punk.
The punk. So where is he? Punk, punk, punk. There he is. Go mode again. So his power is to throw a super powerful blast, a projectile that's so that on impact with either a collision or the ball explodes in a radial force and so can propel the ball in various directions. So for example here, I'll throw it. There you go. And it's unlike the other projectile, it's unblockable. So
It's
that's his
unblockable.
yeah.
So what happens if you? So how do you call that?
It's
The blast?
Yeah, call it blast, it's fine.
Juste jouer comme ça.
Sur le share, peut-être?
So the blast is. Okay,
Yeah.
and but so what happens if a blast is stopped by a bouncer?
I don't think it's stopped right now, but
So it goes through,
yeah.
Yes,
Simon.
yes.
So a
So the
blast.
vengeful star base ability is
No, the punk, the blast of
No,
the
it's
punk
not.
It's not blocked by anything.
is not blocked by anything.
Yeah,
Not even a
hence,
bouncer.
yeah,
Okay.
hence the fact that it's an ultimate ability. It's like super powerful,
powerful.
but super rare at the same time. It's meant to be like that big moment when you're in the game and you go, okay, that's it, I unleashed that thing.
So you need to be really careful about when to use it.
Exactly. It's
You
not
don't
something
you
spam.
just don't want to throw it for no reason.
Exactly,
Okay.
because you won't have that many during a
Got
match.
it. And so the I can't pronounce that.
Vengeful
Just call
star.
it, just call it the girl.
Call it the
Vengeful
girl.
star. Call it the girl. Okay, the girl. So
Yeah.
what is her specific ultimate ability?
So her ability is to throw a projectile that
A
if-
light stick, a light staff, the shaft. You like that? Okay. The shaft.
synonyms. So her ultimate ability is to throw a projectile that will, if it hits the ball, will swap position with it.
Okay, so it's the swap position of the player. So the girl will swap position with the ball if
Yeah.
you hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you miss the ball, you just consume your
yeah,
ability
exactly.
for nothing?
So there's always skill involved. Is in most things here. It's a competitive game where we want depth and skill,
Okay.
mastery to be an important aspect.
So it's the swap. How do you call that?
Yeah, call it the swap. It's
You
fine.
don't have names.
We have
for that.
internal names. We call it the swap or
Okay,
the
so
teleport.
the swap.
Yeah.
But you just tell me what you're
Do
using.
you want the story name? It's the Vengeful Swap.
Okay, no. Vengeful. The girl swap. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
say let's use an arrow just as a representation
Yeah.
of swapping things.
So the thing about for the scope of the game, our intention is to have more than these three characters.
This is terrible, huh?
Yeah,
You know
it's-
that.
it's high
Your
quality.
pencils.
From the dollar store.
We prefer to spend our budget on like working on a game and not on pencils. You know, we have to make sacrifices.
Yeah,
Yes,
the-
but what if your pencils help you make your game?
You know, damn it.
Ta-dam-tam. Okay, so this is about the characters and their abilities.
Yeah, which we have so far in the
do
game.
we-
Do we talk about the dash and the sprints and
Yeah,
stuff?
so everyone also has on spacebar the ability to run at accelerated speed.
Okay.
Each of them has different speed versus cost, but overall it's pretty much the same idea where in exchange of fuel or energy, or you call it mana bar yourself, you can run faster, basically.
So this first part is really about their powers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of navigation
Mhm.
or motion,
Mm-hmm.
they all share the same abilities.
Yeah.
Is it what we're saying?
Yeah, it's the same concept, although each of them has like different
Variations.
yeah,
Okay.
on the variables of their.
So let's say nav. How do you move? It's the
WSD, and then
Yeah.
you aim with the mouse.
and you have this extra speed.
Yeah, on spacebar.
Sorry. I just okay. Here. Okay. Plus mouse, and so the extra speed is
On spacebar.
spacebar.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about spacebar, extra speed.
Mm-hmm.
Now the characters, and you
Mhm.
said so it's a competitive game,
Mm-hmm.
3 versus 3.
Yeah.
We have for the moment the lineup is these 3 characters,
Yeah.
but you're aiming for more,
Exactly.
right? Plus
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
we don't know.
Yeah, our intention
Still to
is to
come.
have about. So far, our plan is to have maybe 6 within like 2 months or something like that.
Okay. So let's say
so
you-
that people actually have choices when they decide what kind of team lineup they build.
Okay. So you have in You'd like to add 3 more.
Yeah, for the next 2 months.
And
But the
also
goal is
one
to
per month
always,
afterward.
yeah,
For the
exactly.
moment.
Keep adding one every month, basically.
Okay, so it's ongoing.
Yeah,
Where do these players play?
they play in this field, which is basically a spaceship. As you can see, it's actually a flying.
It's an arena ship.
Yeah,
It's an arena flying ship.
yeah, and it moves within a city for now.
Okay, but this is just the context.
Yeah, this is the context.
So they're fighting, they're competing in an arena.
Yeah, with 2 goals, and there is this ball here, which is influenced by physics, which is most of these powers are physics based. So this is the
And
force.
this is why your arena is like that, right? It's not a flat surface.
Oh, it's a flat surface. I guess.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is.
Oh, okay.
It's-
So
it's-
it's the your
it's the-
shape.
It's the shape and the little angle on the side that gives it the illusion that it bends down.
Which is
So
which
what-
is a quite interesting feedback.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah,
discuss
well,
that.
that was my next question. Why did you guys pick these angles? Because as a newcomer, I
Mhm.
was really sure that actually the arena was like that,
Mhm.
and this is and I was thinking that you made that because of
Mhm.
the physics thing with the ball coming back to the center, towards the center every time. So you would need to play with that too.
Well, we do have bouncing forces on the sides, which allow the ball
So it's
to
flat
effectively come back.
surface.
The surface is absolutely flat. Yep. So
So-
it's only an
Oh, no.
illusion with the textures. Yeah.
All the powers and everything else works in 2D.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the time being.
So here, let's be. For the scope, we have here the first box, which is about the characters, which is linked to all the powers below.
Mhm.
I put the nav here because I didn't have time,
Mhm.
room. But no, so now let's focus on the arena.
Mhm.
I faced many obstacles, but I got it done.
Do you?
First, I just reinstalled my whole computer, so I'm not linked to the printer, so I had to go on Franco's
Wow.
computer.
So now you will cut them out.
Yeah.
So the arena, does it have something special?
Oh yes, it does.
Does
For
it?
example,
Simon, can you not cut those? things on
one of
screen,
our
please?
intentions
Sorry?
is
He was hiding the screen with his cutting.
yeah.
Which is the most
So
important
we
part
have
of the
special
show.
events that happen during game. So for example, this event is basically the field was split into, which makes people actually fall to their death. Nope, they respawn. But still, it actually changes the way you play. And so far we have 2 events, but our goal is to have more than that. We even have some prototypes in the work. There are like some like meteor shower that Phil was working on at some point.
Yeah, there's an early prototype of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a shortcut we could look at? Like
U.
as a sneak peek?
Press U.
Just,
You. So now not only the terrain is split, but there's also meteors falling from the sky. It's not pretty, but it gives an intention in terms of prototypes.
So
So-
how is the arena like that?
It's yeah. And there are special events, and our intention with these events is actually to allow the spectators of a game to choose which event happens during a match.
Okay. The spectators can then impact the match.
Absolutely. That's one
Twitch
of our
interface.
That's one of the key intentions with this game, is to actually create a game that is, yes, super fun to play and super interesting in terms of both teamwork and competition, but also make it fun to watch and involving to watch. So,
That's cool.
thank
so,
you.
so the audience have impact on the playground.
Exactly.
Wow,
Yeah. So,
that's interesting. So who's that? The punk?
yeah,
Yep.
that's the punk. As you can see with his Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
He now works for Facebook.
Now proud employee of Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay,
This is the negotiator.
yeah,
it's pretty black, Simon.
yeah,
The negotiator. Do you see that?
yeah.
Wow.
He negotiates
Okay.
aggressively.
And also he plays sports.
Yeah, he plays sports, he negotiates,
And the girl.
The vengeful star.
Okay, so
She's a
arena.
pop star.
So now what's the goal exactly of the confrontation?
To make goals.
yeah, it's basically like soccer.
Soccer. Okay.
You try to score. So that's the
Pushing the ball
objective.
in the
field, in the goal. Yeah.
Vengeful
So
star.
Thanks.
there
I
you
also have the
go.
ball in the spaceship if you want.
There you go. So that was the goal, and I just scored.
You made a
And then
goal.
the ball respawned. So red team is gonna win so far. Oh, I scored in my own.
So, as a okay, so arena, you have goals
Mhm.
that are in the middle here,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? You can come here, so.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I swapped because so
Like the vengeful
the arena can be modified
the
by
spectator.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is almost they can choose which map you're playing it in,
Mhm.
because it can be windy map.
And you call that events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And based on what can the audience can change that?
Votes basically so far. It's like
But I mean, is it community managed? I mean, do you have somebody here at Tiny Brains
Well-
that say, what do you want the arena to become, and then open the
The
votes?
final objective, so at PAX it will be vote, but the final design is to have them vote through Twitch interface, and Twitch sending the event to the game.
so when you're streaming a game, you can actually affect it even as a spectator by having extra buttons that allow you to do stuff.
And
So see, there's Twitch there, so imagine there is like vote button, say, oh, where's the mouse? Where's my mouse?
Your mouse is in the game. You have to close the game. Remember, we fixed that bug where we
Okay.
can't show the cursor
Can I
anymore.
just measure?
Yeah, so Magic Dwarf wonders if there could be some kind of reward mechanism for spectators participating. That's actually a pretty good idea.
And Adrian already said sure.
Yeah, okay, so how about you add that to the
Sure.
scope?
it's like, well,
So there you go.
Zeronius is actually our metagame designer. so,
So
when he
he's-
says sure, he's speaking about an intention.
He's a
So-
man of few words, but yeah,
Yeah.
really powerful.
In short, you just had the scope expanded with that.
okay, but
By the audience,
but how
pretty
do you
much.
how do you expect to kind of make sure that the competition remains fair?
So the idea is those events have global effect. They are not made to like.
To advantage one
It's
of
not
the
a
other?
theoretical advantage, at least. It won't
Yeah.
help a team or another. It will just change the context.
But,
But
for example,
it can-
based on your stuff. So for example, the swap. Like the example you just shown me, you know, with the arena splitting into with the big gap in the
Yeah.
middle. Maybe the swap.
The swap
Now
will go
can-
through that, so effectively you can exchange
You know?
position through the whole.
So anyway,
yeah.
maybe it's too early
Yeah.
to think about that.
But it's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, it's very good point.
So you
yeah.
have events that are triggered by the audience.
Yeah.
Is it working already?
So we have the events as you saw, but right now we press buttons ourselves. So the plan is to actually have the audience through an interface.
Twitch.
Yeah, through Twitch.
Like Sian
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Okay. Good. So what else about the arena? I have the shape of it. Okay, that can be modified. I'm pretty sure. You in the future you will have maybe different type of arenas.
So I can tell you that we are only 2Ds right now. But
Yes.
3D is something that we are considering. That maybe we will have like the ship being able to do stuff like that. It's just like more complex physics,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we're
yeah.
taking it as a potential future.
Okay, but
Yeah.
for now,
For now,
let's
it's
say
pretty
we
simple.
try to tonight we try to have a snapshot of your game as it is today.
Mhm.
So
Then this is
what else
pretty
about
much-
the arena?
Then
There's
this is
student debt. Is that the point?
These are.
If
Do you
it's-
want to
if it-
include the rules?
If it's a tie, then the game continues until someone scores.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is okay. This is not about the arena.
Mm-hmm.
So the arena is we've said all what we had to say.
Mm-hmm.
Now about the rules.
Did you speak about the repulsor?
No, we saw it. We discussed
So
it a
it's a
bit.
mechanic
that's
we
not
meant
in
to
this.
avoid like having the game clustered on the side because it was happening a lot. So now there's a force that if the
Force field
yeah
to
Yeah.
push the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you have all along the edges of the arena,
Exactly. Yeah.
another mechanic
Right.
about the, yeah exactly.
and
This
you
is,
call that the repulsor.
yeah.
Okay.
Another mechanic about the arena is that there was an exploit where you could use a projectile to score as soon as it starts. So now the goals are closed for like the 5 first seconds after you score.
Okay.
So the
the-
goal,
the-
there's a door in front of the goal.
for the first 5 seconds.
We're not sure if it's
Yeah.
permanent, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
currently
with the
it
current
is-
powers and mechanics,
Okay. Okay.
it makes sense.
So arena, what else? We're good.
Yeah.
I guess you have people cheering around, etc.
Eventually.
Any comments that we should answer to?
There's also 4 Twitch screen.
Don't keep it fair.
Yeah.
He says.
No, but it's more questions about our eventual Twitch integration.
Okay.
So yes, there's some discussions about influence. That's a very interesting point, which is you could even add it in the expanded scope, which is if you have more fans in your team, it somehow affects maybe at least the cheering in the game. So if you have more fans than the opposing team, somehow the crowd will cheer for you. The stadium will change to your color.
The fourth player, the public, right?
Exactly.
Will be with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reference to hockey as the 7th player.
Yeah, you know how well integrated I am.
Yeah, very good discussion over there at the chat. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the rules. Let's talk about the rules briefly.
So it's fairly simple. The one who scores the most goals at the end of a set timer, which is currently 5 minutes, wins.
Okay, so it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Play, or how do you say that in English? Game.
Game.
Yeah.
Game
5 minute game. So the bigger score wins.
Yeah.
And if it's tied by 5 minutes, it goes on. What?
Sudden death.
Sudden death.
Yeah. Okay. So currently there's no timer. We don't have ties in the game, so the game will go on until someone ends up scoring.
And right now the event happens in the middle of the match.
Yeah, and they last 1 minute.
2 minutes and a half.
Yeah.
And they last what?
1 minute.
So events.
We'll see. It's all subject to tweak. But
1 minute long. And can we? Okay, so currently it's only 1 minute, 1 event per game.
Mm-hmm.
Occurring at the middle of it.
Well, not now. We're doing the PAX flow, so it's triggered automatically every time you press the button. But yeah, for the eventual launch, it will be like halfway through the game, 2 minutes and a half.
Okay, but there will be no, I guess, no possibility to accumulate events. I mean,
during a match.
Just stack them.
No,
it's not planned yet.
So far, the plan is to have one every game as a flavor to that specific match, and not stack them all over.
Okay.
But potentially,
no, good. I'm asking, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the first thing I told to the Black Flag team when I came in. I said, guys, be aware, be ready. I'm asking a lot of questions, and it's not to put you in a corner, saying, aha, I got you, you don't have the answer. I'm asking questions and questions and questions.
No, you got us, that's okay.
In order to understand. I need that to understand, and everybody does. And I'm always surprised how
defensive people get.
Yes.
Yeah.
First, so there's 2 things. First, people don't dare to ask questions because they think they will be judged as offensive. And if you dare ask questions, some people are, yes, indeed, really defensive.
Because a lot of designers have this issue where if your design is not finished or even in your head, you really don't want to show it. You really don't want to answer questions.
We're back at this point, which is terrible because, I mean, being a designer, conceiving something, it means working with something which is not, per definition, known and finished, right? We're in process. So anyway, that's
no, I'm sorry. I will keep being defensive. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to come back on that topic because it's really.
As far as being defensive, we could not be less defensive than that.
It's really a big issue because first you don't know what someone's design is. You don't ask questions or he won't answer, and then the so-called final design shows up, and then you ask questions, and then he's really stuck, and it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. And so, to me, game development comes from you have 100% of unknown, and actually, but maybe a vision, and in the end, you should have 0% of unknown. So it's really a kind of a how will you travel? How will you go from nothing known but an intention to everything known and a final product? And it's all what we like about this thing, but that makes it really, really special. And that a lot of people that are not comfortable with uncertainty are really not can be scared about it.
But the thing is, I think that video game is hard for anyone. I think that I'm not uncomfortable with uncertainty in general, but still, like innovating and creating something based on an intention still get to me.
Yeah,
I mean, it is hard to make.
it is. Yes, it is. But it's fun. I mean, that's what we like somehow.
Yeah.
To-
It is both
to-
like super hard and amazing when it works. It's like what makes like you are kind of working and it's hard and you are afraid and all, but then when it starts flourishing and working, you're like, wow. It's like,
But
Yeah.
this
High
is
risk, high reward.
yeah, exactly. This
yes,
is what it is.
but this is valid for every single kind of creation to me. It's really this idea of there is a before when there was nothing. You come, you do stuff, and there is something that wasn't here before. And so, what made the difference? You. And this is what is so. And I think it's really, really close to what kids are doing. You know, they're creating all the time. And so I don't know.
But I think that what you're
we're
saying with the kids is this social aspect of video games, because the other creative, most of the creative jobs is more like you're on your side and you do your stuff. In the video game, it's like a huge community of people.
Yes, but okay, I would more, instead of doing the difference between other type of creations and video games, I would say to me, what you just described is the difference between artists and designers. In a sense that, to me, an artist is a creator, right?
Yeah.
There was a before with nothing, there is an after with the creation.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the designer, except that the artist is the only responsible, basically. He's doing it for him, right, or for her. But there's nobody he should care about when doing his stuff. It's his own stuff, and he will decide when it's finished or when it's not. A designer has to be creative to provide others with something. And that makes the thing totally different. You see what I mean? It's both are creators, and so a designer can be an artist on his own, right? It's not incompatible. But a designer is really a job where you need to focus on the user. You're not doing it just for your own, right? Otherwise, it's just style.
Yeah,
Well, that's my.
No, I do agree. It's a guy who does have to
That's
kind
the
of
way I see it.
Yeah, the
synergize a community
Yes.
toward a goal that is user based.
It's all what we're discussing here has no value if not liked or embraced by the people we are doing it for.
Yeah, the need is external, not internal.
Exactly. Thank you, Malik, for recapping all this,
Because
because we are now at 2 hours of streaming.
So
In a single sentence,
We're
now
lo-
moving
we're
on.
losing-
there's still 20 people though.
there's still people.
Thank
So
you for
I
still
think
being
it will be
here.
a 3-episode series.
I think it'll be in multiple parts on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No,
with
no,
the
that's
cliffhanger.
amazing. I'm having a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Shall we continue? Or?
Yeah,
are we done with
Yeah.
the scope? And if
Yeah, except, I mean, you tell me. We talked about the characters
Mhm.
and their specific abilities. We talk about the location where these characters are fighting, competing, right? The arena with its specificities. We talked about the rules, which are quite simple currently. What else?
but
about the
so
game.
far there's not much else. But the thing is, I think that.
But okay, but do
yeah.
you have intentions?
For me,
Yeah.
like this exercise would make a lot more sense if we did speak about all the things we're thinking about.
Yeah.
But like, is that?
But we have
an extra board.
Yeah.
We have an extra board over
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
right? We can.
Yeah, let's swap boards and look. Let's synthesize this.
So this is what we have.
This is what
we have characters,
Great.
arena, rules.
Yeah.
So
but-
we'll take a picture of it and
We'll put it on
and
Facebook
tweet-
later.
and
Yeah,
tweet
yeah.
it, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
What
Then-
we have so far, and then how it fits with the you said sometimes zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah, all the
Let's
time.
zoom out a bit.
Let's
and
zoom
see how
out
these
all
elements-
the way out.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
No, not from our bit. That's too far.
From our bit.
No.
Oh,
Okay, this is
if you were,
becoming.
if you're French, you really,
Yeah.
you really
Some
love
people
that
understand.
joke.
You will understand while faking him.
I mean,
You want me to write?
yes. I mean, you want to zoom out. That's your
Yeah.
vision.
All right. So
Okay, go for it.
yeah. So what we saw earlier was characters. I don't know how far we should go with this. which have unique powers. What do we see? What did we see else? The arena
Yeah.
And the rules.
And the rules.
And the control scheme.
Is it?
Well, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's.
So where do you want to zoom out?
All right. So this is in game, but there's the whole stuff outside of
With
the
the
game.
community.
Yes. So we have the spectators also, which we started talking about, and the events. And what else happens outside this game? Well, there is the progression reward systems.
Yeah, very good point.
I'm too stretched.
You can move the chair.
Yeah. Wait. What do we have?
Yeah, okay, so progression, we could have, okay, but
We even
it's
have
not
a-
in...
We also have the idea of ranking system.
Oh yeah, that's
Is
super
that part
important.
of progression? Or?
It's tied to, and that's where you can come in and tell us how do we visualize that. Should I put it underneath?
What,
It's
the ranking?
ranking,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, put everything.
So ranking here, we have a store where we have customization for characters.
Mhm.
They can do stuff like even customize their victory song or victory dance, hats, whatever. Team stuff as well. So team customization.
We also have much more character and more events in mind that
Yeah.
are not done.
Yeah. So events, where do we put that? Here. So is it actually in our scope to have progression for the spectators that's even tied with the in-game
We kind of
progression?
mentioned it a couple of times. The
Yeah.
idea that if you do vote for the winning team, you get XP that
Yeah.
you will be able to use in the game, and vice versa.
So there you go. Somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good thing actually. So the
Yeah.
progression.
Yeah.
What progression are we talking about?
So we're talking about.
Okay, I'm a player.
Yeah.
Do I progress as a player, or do I have several characters that have their own progression?
Okay, we have a very design-oriented answer to that. So the idea is that each character represents a unique physics power.
Okay.
So we don't want to make them progress individually, but because what we want to encourage in this game is mix and match and try these combinations of power. So if we make it character progress individually, like in World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
player will choose automatically the same character that they made progress more, right?
Yes.
So we don't want this to happen. We want to encourage inside like tests and trials between all the characters. So what we have is a player progression.
Player progression.
Where what they buy is new characters and like new ways to play their characters.
So.
So yeah, you did not mention implant system. It's part
Yeah,
of the progression,
exactly. It's
but-
part of the progression. Just as a side note, Magic Dwarf says that he have a carbon copy of the scope part 1. That would be awesome if you actually did the clean version for the community. Because otherwise we do it ourselves now that we realize how cool it is.
No, but if you missed
but,
anything, we'll put the picture.
No,
on
but the thing is, it's actually awesome that we have this exercise, but because we are dealing with a big community right now, and we are.
Imagine a team of
serious-
50,000 people. Basically,
No, but
that's what we do.
I mean, for me, honestly, guys, it's a wonderful experience to me because we're almost not designing but working on your game. But we're not alone. There's the community. We have these comments live.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome, really. And so, but the progression is definitely something that is key to. And so, what you're saying is that it's a player progression.
Yeah.
And not a character progression.
Yeah, and this is why it is tied to ranking at the same time, because if you gain level, that will allow you to have more upgrades possible for your characters or more powerful upgrades. It also means that you've played more games, and hence you should be ranked and matched. The matchmaking is also another part of the scope.
So, what is the representation of this progression? Is it XP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's XP.
Levels and some kind of points that you can use to customize whatever you want.
And what
Could
you get
be-
is new characters.
Yeah,
Okay, so you have levels
yeah,
and you have kind of a in-game currency
yeah,
points.
yeah, points
That
And implants.
that allow you to.
is it
yes,
the second one?
Well, with this points, you can either unlock new characters or get upgrades that will allow you to customize any character you like. So for example, we've been talking with the community about stuff like, what if you could give them like speed upgrades or even stuff that would change the powers?
Okay, so wait a minute. You have points,
Yeah.
and you have what? XP points.
Check comment je fais.
Okay, guys,
No.
we
Yeah.
have
Focus.
we have points that gives you what?
Which-
It's based on characters.
So you can either get even more new characters.
Okay, so new characters.
So imagine like eventually we'll have many characters.
Yes.
So
So it's kind of a currency, right?
Yeah,
you can,
exactly.
You can spend your points to
Yeah.
buy new characters.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or to buy new customization or whatever.
customization
Upgrades.
Customization, upgrades.
and implants. So
Yeah.
upgrades are implants.
Yeah. What we mean by implants is that it's stuff that affects how your character can play.
Okay.
So, for instance, he is faster, or he's more powerful, or he's getting stronger at the end of the
Okay,
game.
so
or-
for
Yeah.
example, if we do the scope, total scope, if you put that just next to the character box, right, then you would have a link here from
Mhm.
implants
Yeah.
to character abilities.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Because we could imagine implants that totally change an ability, like add curve to the force push. Or
Okay,
we've
so we have
had a lot of-
customization, which is more cosmetic,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Cosmetic, and
Mhm.
the implants are much more gameplay oriented.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
When new characters open new slots,
Mhm.
etc.
New type of power.
New
New
type of
types of
powers.
powers.
So-
yeah. new gameplay options.
So
basically.
this is how you spend your points.
Mhm.
Now, how do you get points?
By playing matches, basically.
By playing matches. So
And
the
potentially you win more by winning.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna put maybe spectating also as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
here,
so-
this
so
reward.
just by watching and participating
Yeah.
into competition, but as
By
a
watching a
spectator,
match on Twitch, you would
Yeah.
gain
And following teams, and if they win, you can share points.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
all,
so you have a first entry point which is playing,
Mhm.
and a second one which is what?
spectating.
spectating.
Spectating. But that's awesome because seriously, if you represent that,
Mhm.
now you can say we're and it makes sense with your premise. It's a game developed. You know, you're the developers developing here. You have the community, or the guys here with us tonight. You know, spectating, but they're participating, and the I don't know. I mean, I think it totally fits with the entire. It's a line.
But seriously, that's the thing, right? Because when you are a spectator, you are passionate about the game, right? You want your team to win and you want to be emotionally involved in that. So by just supporting them, you want to just be part of it. So,
Yeah. So this is really saying that the community.
but you know the gladiators,
Yes.
the community, like
Yeah.
the guys would want to say this or that
Yes.
and decide like what happens, right?
Yes. So this is good. Gladiators audience.
Yeah. Basically, right now there's a lot of with Twitch
The
how
vote-
much
the
people
voting. So the
voting is
voting
super important.
and so the
Choosing-
spectating it's not purely actually spectating because of the events.
Mhm.
You're actually actively participating. No,
It's true that
Yeah.
at that point, is it the word spectator? Does it even make
it's,
sense?
it's too passive.
Yeah. You are
So
something
maybe
else.
you
How
come
would
to.
describe
What
it?
I don't know.
Supporters?
No, because
No.
sometimes you just want to see an event happen. But
Yeah.
yes, supporters could be word. But yeah,
But-
it's a new thing.
Yeah.
It
Fun.
doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, okay. But so can you be, for example, can you be spectators without participating, and so you won't have XP? So if you want to encourage
Good.
the thing, then
You just
you reward your participation with
all
XP.
you have to do is not vote. But why not if you have the chance to win rewards?
Because it'll be
That's
on
cool, that's cool.
because it'll be
Yeah.
on Twitch anyways, so
Yeah,
you can still
you
watch
can watch
the
and
game.
press
Yeah,
no
yeah.
buttons
Yeah.
and
So
nothing will
just
happen,
the
but-
fact to stream, I mean to look at Twitch,
Mhm.
to look at the games,
Mhm.
says okay, you're important to us.
Mhm.
We'll give you something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's
So
good.
Magic Dwarf propose either fans or cheerleaders.
cheerleaders,
Oh
That's
my
good.
God.
mascots.
So
I can see how the arrow.
Oh, you know what? I have something. What do you think about spectacting?
Oh.
Too much.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
too- No, it's too intense.
Okay, I'm
we'll,
out of it.
we'll get our we'll get our marketing team on
So
this.
what did he say? I can see how the arrows and Link get out of hand messy very quickly. Good thing I used the pen. What does he mean?
When talking about doing,
The magic dwarf.
yeah.
Because
The magic dwarf is awesome.
Because he's copying as we go along all the words.
The
and
magic
everything.
dwarf analyzes every single feature we put in.
Really?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
But this is why, okay, this is why Magic Dwarf, this is why the whiteboards are really cool, because you can quickly change, and when you nailed it, the whiteboard, this is when you actually spend a little bit more time to actually organize it nicely, you know, on a paper that you communicate later. I mean, here you're part of the exercise, so it's normal that it will change. So, but this is key, and I think in your big scope, it has to be somehow, it has to be central. And your characters are here to support that,
Yeah.
right? Because they can, I mean, we've started by the more easy, the easiest thing, what you currently have. But if your intention is basically this, and you want people to engage even more and more and more and more, then you will add some new characters. So this is where actually you in your presentation, I would put characters after, because you will add some new, and it's a tool to make that happen, you know. But the core of your game are not the characters. This is this loop. You see what I mean?
Between playing and spectating.
Simon is lost. I
No,
lost
I-
Simon.
Yeah, because it is the initial hook. Because before you get into the smaller details of like, oh, how much does like this dash cost and blah blah blah, this is the most important thing about our game. Is the selling point of our game.
But the thing is, the scope to me is really for developers. It's for you guys to know on what to focus, on what is important. It's not a marketing tool, right? It's not you won't communicate your game with that.
Although we might. To the community at least.
Yes, no, but
No, but the cool thing though is that this stuff we never spoke about with the community so far. It's the
Okay,
first time
so-
we ever mentioned all of those things.
so it's really
Yeah.
important, because then now you can
Yeah.
ask them, how do you guys want to progress? What has value for you? I mean, why would you spend time within the game?
We
to
actually
get-
had discussions with the community about this stuff, but it was never put on paper in any form.
that we really want to do that. They
Yeah.
don't know that we have this intention for real.
Yeah.
Now you know.
So this is where we're going. This is the point.
Yeah.
And the cool thing though, and also the thing you make me realize is that maybe there's something flawed in our way to do stuff, in the sense that we are game designers, and game designers see stuff in the opposite way from the players. So we see the gameplay, and then the visual, and then the metagame, and then stuff. And actually players see stuff in the other way. They see like what I am trying to achieve, how does it look, and then
Well, it depends. I mean, your characters are like you were saying, are the hook somehow. So the first contact a newcomer will have with your game will be the visuals.
Yeah, but the thing is, when we announced the game, all the
Yes.
characters had the same character model.
That's cool.
It was not there yet. We didn't have yet the three guys.
Yeah, but I think what hooked the very first followers were really the promise to be part of the big family, you know. And even, I mean, I really love your experience. I mean, what you're doing, because I think this is valid for small studios like yours.
We're not
etc.
that small.
No, I know, but
Okay, I know you come from
maybe I'm from.
We're considerably smaller than any Assassin's Creed project, like by a lot.
But anyway, there's no. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But for any type of games now, on any platforms, from any type of developers, community, to me, is really becoming the next layer. You know, in the language of developers, you have the core team and the team basically that comes up maybe more on bigger production, but you have this group of people that define what the game is. Yeah, you that makes the call. You have the team that produced the game. But now with all these tools, it's fantastic. I mean, the community is really the extended family.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
they are the extended developers. That it's something.
But for me, what the community is like, I consider myself like a potent designer. I kind of have a rich idea of when I look at gameplay how to improve it, but I don't have an idea as rich as 25 people looking from different angles and analyzing. And when I see what everyone is proposing right now on our project is like interesting, and I see all those angles that I could not like figure by myself, and I'm like, holy shit. So many new ways to watch at my stuff, and I cannot do this by myself, right?
No, but it means that the more and more the designer's job will evolve to be able to integrate all these feedbacks.
Yeah, we've been talking earlier about how a designer's job solves external needs, and this is a way to actually have direct feedback from that external need, basically. Since we don't do this necessarily for ourselves by being constantly in communication with the community, we have something that's really valuable as designers, which is talking to the people that give meaning to what we do, basically.
But at some time you still need to be the owner of a vision. I mean, otherwise there is a danger also. There is a risk, right? To be diluted, to please everybody in the room and their sister and dog.
Yeah, we are super aware of that. But the thing is, we are genuine in our will to improve the game based on the community, and we feel like if we are, then when we will refuse ideas, at least we'll be able to explain why, and we hope that it will work. So.
And hopefully, by explaining why, people will be able to give even better feedback over time. Basically, at some point, the whole community will become designers because they'll know what we're doing, and then they'll understand. Basically, if we expose everything, everyone will actually become game developers.
And the thing is, it forces us to be more rational in our intuitions. So normally, you kind of take snappy calls, but at this point when many people are watching, you're forced to kind of explain step by step why did you take this call and why you think that this process is valuable. So it kind of is healthy. But
we always say that design by committee can be really dangerous when too many people have a voice.
So this is why it's not a democracy we're doing. It's just like a.
But this is why I was saying that there is a danger. I mean, it's really nice to be in contact, to be connected, to get a lot of feedback, and to have a discussion.
Yeah.
But at some point there is also this true fact to tell people that the ones that are making the game concretely are here in that room.
So this
you see what I mean? There is no matter how close we are with the community and how careful we are and respectful we are with each other and with open discussions. In the end, the decisions will be made here, and won't please 100%.
For sure, you can do something that's universally appealing. First of all, there will always be complaints from one side or another, and that's why we're kind of the arbiters in a way. If there are too many angles, we need to make a decision and say.
And that's why we need to stay transparent. Where when we make a call, it's always we explain why we did it, and then we set out the pros and cons, and this is why we made this decision, and not just come in and say, okay, no, I made my final choice, thanks guys, bye.
But that's admirable because it's already not easy to do it just with the team, with no cameras in the room, right? Just with a small or bigger group. This is something that requires courage, and like we were saying, honesty. So being able to do that at a much higher scale with camera in the room and people listening to you, to us, is something which is, and this is why I'm so excited and admirative.
But the thing is, I do believe that if you are like you said, transparent and genuine, like we are honest in our effort, authentic.
Yes.
At the end, people will understand and they will trust us. Like the fact that we want this game to be amazing, and that what we are taking and that what we are leaving away is what needs to be done. And at some point, we will take some call that sometimes the majority will be against, and this is for the long-term good of the game, and people will understand it because we will explain every single decision.
Do you understand it? That's the thing.
That's the challenge.
That's
actually.
the challenge.
We will see how it goes, but I really do believe
you
that.
know, ask them.
No, but I really do believe that this is what will happen. I have good faith
me too.
in humans.
and I know you're really, I mean, that's your strength. You're
So, Sergeant Bacon again requests that you join the team.
Yeah, again.
To join the team. This is from
Can we afford?
He is more expensive than I was.
So the answer
So
is
I think
but,
he will be really in our range in like 2 or 3 years because we will be much richer.
So call me at that moment.
So make me think about CSGO, sometime dev.
CSGO. Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Sometime dev add feature proposed by the community and listen to the feedback.
Well, it's becoming more and more common in the industry where it's no longer just a product that comes out of nowhere. Like it used to be, games came out of a vacuum and you had no idea like why did they make this? Why did they make this decision? This sucks. This works. Well, whatever. You didn't know. But now it seems like, well, especially for like the free to play and the competitive games, a lot of developers are putting their face also in the game. So when you talk about something, you know exactly like who you're talking to and who made this call and why this call was made. And we're just trying to push this even further, where it's like it's not just our weekly hour like on Twitch. It's every single day, every single night we play with you guys, and we constantly look at the forums, we constantly look at all the feedback on Twitch, and we respond to them personally. It's like it's like it's Phil, it's Malik, it's Simon, it's Matthew. It's not just Spearhead Games. We're a company, and we're 12 people, and you get to know all these 12 people.
Wow.
Good.
Such an inspiring speech. So, by the way,
So honestly, I am kind of really struck. I did not know that Phil was doing those kind of speech so far.
Yeah. He's good.
No, the thing is, he's the technical guy in the team.
No, but you should come here.
Well, I have to run the board and the mics and set up and all this stuff.
There are two cameras. Okay, here.
that is Phil.
He's a great guy. This whole thing would not exist without him.
No, exactly.
So, wow.
So,
All right.
what
So
time is it now?
the Demonic
9:25.
Blackbirds defy you, Jean, and Ubisoft Black Flag team to play against
Blackbird
them.
versus Black Flag.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
epic. Yeah.
concept.
And I'll cast the match
Can you
myself.
find
I'll be
like
the
two
commenter.
amazingly good guys?
We could try, yeah. Why not?
Because they're unbeatable so far, so I recommend finding
They
the best
are
players.
not only unbeatable, they are just rinsing. Is that a word in English? Rinse?
Not sure.
It is now.
Yeah,
Like they just wash,
it is.
whiten. What is the word?
no,
in
Crush,
English?
destroy,
like
crushed.
obliterate.
Yeah, crush.
They
Crush
just
is good.
crushed any opposing team.
I would ask.
Was Tiffany Harvey part of Black Flag?
No.
Fuck.
Is
But,
any Ubisoft person available? Because then, yeah, I think asking Stephanie Harvey would be a good
Yeah,
player.
preferably
Yeah, Tiffany
with
Harvey would make the cut.
yeah, preferably with the competitive game experience.
So Farfadi, Google Stephanie Harvey and see what you would be
Yeah.
up against.
What's
So
your-
I will tell you what Demonic Blackbird is, just to answer Farfadi. There is an amazingly great guy and then two other good guys. So if you can find an amazingly great guy to compete with Chris,
I
Or
don't
girl.
know. Maybe I would ask
who could be
Ash.
good? Oh yeah, Ash. Fuck.
Ash, you know him.
Yes,
I mean,
Ash would be amazing. So
Ash
Ash was the
was
design
my-
director on AC4.
Yes, he
Would
was,
you be able to? And Eric Batiza, you call him.
Maybe Eric.
I'm not sure
when,
he's good though.
Huh?
I'm not sure he's good in games though.
No, let's
Nah,
see.
Do you think he's good?
I don't know, but
You need
why
a
not?
solid team.
Attends, Ash, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
do you think I'm good?
No, but this is,
No.
Wow. Wow.
this is why you need to find two other.
You'll play defense on the back and let other people
Okay.
handle the
It has, to
rest.
be, it has to be the same dynamic as Les Rois de la Magouille, where you shout at people and they have to
Yeah.
execute.
Come on, what are you doing?
Nice. Okay.
So do you answer to this challenge?
Do
or-
you accept the challenge?
Well, I
If you
accept-
do, just so you know, you will be there next Thursday playing in front of 2,000 people.
Okay, no, it can't. no, but it can't be.
More like
next time.
20,000,
Okay.
but yeah.
No, no, I promise I will.
Shoot. He's very structured guy. He's kind of saying.
No, no, but well,
Very
I mean,
diplomatic. Sure,
no,
someday.
guys,
yeah,
I can't commit myself with two other people.
that you haven't talked to
right?
yet.
Okay. So let me some time.
This
to-
is the kind of shit I would do. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. I will.
And this is
Then
why-
fuck, I need to find two
and this
people
is
for
why
next week.
we are different, right? This is where we're different. So no,
It's like, yes, we'll have a game in 3 months. I don't know what it will be, but it will be awesome.
I promise to ask and see. But yeah, why not?
Okay,
Why
just take a look at that.
not? But I would need to some. I mean, we would need some practice first.
True, because against the world champions, you know,
Or what if we, the three of us, play against
against
them?
them?
You,
Like
are you
it would be
already
the,
playing with them against them?
No, not really. Like the AC2 team against the demonic black.
Oh, it would be the AC2 team because we are the game design team of Assassin's Creed 2. So
Yeah, that could work as
they
well.
Were more.
But then what we'll do is
there
cheat
was
and,
the three of us:
Well, Pat Plourde, obviously.
Jeffrey Yohalen,
Yes,
Pat,
yes.
Alexandre Pedneau, Mathieu
Ben-
Gagnon,
Benoît Lambert at first.
Benoît Lambert.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
true.
we were not all just the three of us.
Yes,
Nice.
but still, we were
Yeah.
all game designers though.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So Sergeant Bacon wants to work here.
Can
At
you,
the same salary.
can you start tomorrow?
Can you start tomorrow for free?
It's Saturday. Can you come in tomorrow? That's the first test.
The thing is,
How
don't
did
be
you check the value?
careful because he is in Drummondville right now.
Ooh. So he's really close by.
He's not too far.
Yeah, we should get out of here between in half an hour because he might make it here.
Yeah, okay, no, but seriously,
No, I-
9:30.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
let's
think-
close this.
So okay, I have an
No, it
official
was
announcement.
super awesome.
Yeah, it was cool, and
Really
also
cool.
it is the longest Twitch we ever done.
But
Wow,
you know what?
new
You know what,
record.
guys? I'm used. This is my time actually. 2 hours and a half.
Mm-hmm.
This is my time. When I went to France in October, do this masterclass with Jeux Video Magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
lasts
it lasts for 2 hours and a half. It is actually
for
true.
2 hours and 34 minutes. So if we can stand for 4 minutes more, then we will be.
You can be there tomorrow.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
I can be there.
Should we do Gun Island?
No, but this seriously, guys. So now maybe it's time to
To
Yeah,
wrap up.
to-
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll use that.
No, but this is cool
Yeah,
though
well,
because it gave us
it's-
the opportunity to kind of discuss those things without really announcing them.
Yeah, and it's always good to just map the things you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just put them on paper somewhere and see how they do fit with others. I mean, is there a link? I don't know. Is there a link between spectators here and so arena? Yes, we
Yeah.
said yes because of the events.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and it helps.
All right,
Yes.
so we'll definitely work on that. And any last words?
Well, thank you for inviting me.
How do you
again.
see the future of the industry?
Do you want to start an hour
Oh,
discussion?
No. Okay.
Is it good or is it not good?
Let's meet again 1
Some
month
other
from
time.
now to discuss that again.
Yeah.
But this is your question.
This is my
This
my
is what
obsession.
you like. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
your obsession, the future of the industry. So no, but just thank you. That has been an incredible moment.
It was fun, right?
It was really super fun having this feeling again of working together for a small amount of time, meeting you guys, even if I don't see you.
And
Really,
also
really
recruiting
cool.
guys.
Really cool team, really cool project. Really, I mean, the atmosphere is key. and we can feel here good things are in the making.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you for having me, and
Thanks, Jean. So much
good
fun.
night.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Malik. Thank you,
Yeah.
Philip. Bye bye,
Alright,
everybody.
Ciao,
thank you.
guys.
Goodbye.
See you tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 p.m., not a.m.
I will be there too.
Yeah.
Not me.
Bye bye.